So it's been a few weeks, but F1 is finally returning to our TV screens, with the US Grand Prix coming up this weekend and it being the first race of a triple header. The big talking point is obviously the title fight, with Red Bull not having won a race since June and McLaren now taking the lead in the Constructors' Championship, while Norris is also closing the gap on Max Verstappen in the drivers' standings, and McLaren have pretty much looked like the team to beat at most tracks this year, so I don't see why the US will be any different. Although in Singapore, Max managed to drive a difficult car to second, and I think the US Grand Prix could end up being a bit better for Red Bull, so yeah, hopefully an exciting race we have on our hands. But for this video I thought I'd do something a little bit different and look back to the post-race chaos I tossed in 2023. Now it was just a bit mad in my opinion. I mean, the Grand Prix finished, I went to sleep and woke up to find that both Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc had been disqualified. Leclerc finished 6th that race, while Hamilton finished a very impressive 2nd and was very close to beating Verstappen, with him closing up rapidly at the end of the race on what was the all-dominant Red Bull at the time. But Hamilton and Leclerc were disqualified for the exact same reason. Essentially, FIA technical delegate Joe Bauer and his team went through their standard post-race checks, and one of those was a physical flaw and paint wear inspection, which was done on 4 cars. But Bauer noted in a message to the stewards that he'd found Hamilton and Leclerc's skid blocks to not be in compliance with the rules, and in turn, both cars were eventually disqualified. Now the stewards noted the bumps around the circuit and the former sprint race format as the chief causes behind Hamilton and Leclerc falling foul of the rules. The old format saw the cars enter parc fermé conditions at the start of Friday qualifying and after just one practice session. Essentially, this would have left limited time to get data, and pretty much both Mercedes and Ferrari effectively miscalculated how much the skid block would wear. The rules have now changed though around sprint, with parc fermé reopening now between the sprint race and qualifying for the traditional race. Now this weekend in Austin is a sprint race as well, and given the change in the rules, I don't see this happening again. Then again, there's been quite a few disqualifications for various reasons this season, so who knows if something could happen this weekend. But what are your thoughts heading into the US Grand Prix? Let me know in the comments.